Good evening, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing a subject to you that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know. And this is a semi part two to a previous video I just made about incentivizing romance or affection, that is, using sex as payment or paying for it. This is actually connected. This isn't the same subject, but it's parallel and somewhat connected. And that has to do with making offers that are non-consensual and not fulfilled or realized until a later date. Those two things actually both together. So consider someone might, engage someone else with a business proposal or, just any kind of agreement where they have something they want in exchange for something else. And, I'm going to call into example a famous cartoon that you may have heard of. It was on TV a long time ago called Popeye. Actually, they made movies, and Popeye is pretty famous still, I think. You might know about the Sailor Man, and there was a character in the Popeye universe, if you will, named Wimpy. It's kind of funny. Wimpy was always trying to get hamburgers, and if you recall, he never had money for them. Wimpy would gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. That was his catchphrase. So there are a lot of Wimpies in the world. They will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. What does that mean? It means that Wimpy is broke. Probably shouldn't be doing business with him in the first place, but this happens. This happens where people will, obtain an agreement that they don't intend to completely fulfill on their end, or worse, they don't even bother to obtain the agreement, and they just hint at some future promise where, something like sex could be incentivized, access to people, access to opportunities. But, really, if we're being honest, what that looks like is blocking people. You can create the illusion of a deal by unblocking someone, right? Wow, what a great deal that might be. If you had that ability, I'm just saying. Most people are smarter than that, smarter than to try to do it, and smarter than to agree to that. But some people don't have a choice. I mean, ignorance is a weapon. It's used against people. There's a lot of music about this, a lot of lyrics and songs about keeping people dumb, abusing information or lack of information, trying to pull one over on people, trying to bamboozle them. We have a whole section of the dictionary just for this stuff, actually. Hoodwinking. Just ripping people off. There's really nothing fancy about it. It's just sometimes people are unscrupulous. There's a word, unscrupulous, and they block you, and then take something and tell you that some future unblocking is payment for it. Well, I tell you what, that's a bad deal. This happens every day. I don't know. I have no actual examples, but maybe you recognize this kind of thing when you see it. Being unblocked as a form of payment, especially when it's something about sex, that should just seem wrong. It should. And if it doesn't, you might want to look at things more clearly. That's a bad luck thing to do. That's really bad luck, man. Anyway, I'm not sure this makes complete sense to you, but if you know what I'm talking about, it will make 100% sense to you. If you've experienced something like this, I hope you haven't. I hope that the people you deal with are on the up and up. I hope that they are transparent. There's a word for you, transparency. Full disclosure is another one. Agreement, consent. These words should all ring a bell, and if they don't, you might be dealing with some shady people. Watch your back. You never know about these people. Anyway, reach out if you have questions or comments to whiteheartrobot@gmail.com. Thank you. Have a great day.